Come on, Prince. Hiya, boy. You little mutt. Come on. I've been driving a taxi here in Washington for quite a few years. Every day I pass this corner a dozen times, never even notice it. But every night, when Prince takes me out for my evening walk, I always stop when I reach this particular spot. Look over there at that house, where you see the lighted windows. A neighbor of mine lives there. Yep, Dwight D. Eisenhower. A man with the most important job in the world today. What do you suppose he's thinking about over there? Right now, at this very minute. Maybe things thousands of miles away from here. Anywhere in the world. Wherever some crisis is starting to threaten everybody's future. Egypt, Formosa, East Berlin. There's a dozen places where real trouble can break out. And that's why we all depend on Ike so much. He can stand up to Khrushchev and those fellas. He's a big man who's used to handling big problems. Or maybe he's thinking about the folks who work every day in factories and offices or drive taxis. Of course, mine isn't one of the big jobs in the world, but it's important to me. And I get a feeling it's important to him. I think he knows all about people like me who work for a living. After all, he was born in a small town. His family was no rich in mine. He never had any money given to him, and everything he's got he had to work for. He's a family man, too. He knows the problems of raising a family and trying to give them the things they need. Yeah. He might be thinking about a lot of things. Children, maybe. And how we can help them all have their own desk in a good school with a good teacher. To help them grow up strong and healthy with all the advantages and opportunities our kids ought to have. Or the people on the farms. How to save their land and help them grow crops. And have some cash in their pockets at the end of every year. Real hard questions that need his impartial thinking if they're going to be solved fairly. So the farmer is sure of getting a steady increasing income himself. Or how we can stay strong. The way I see it, there's a problem that absolutely calls for a man with Ike's background as a military leader and statesman. He knows what it takes to give us the strength we must have to stay free. Yes, behind those lighted windows is a kind of man history only favors a nation with once in a long, long time. A man dedicated as few men ever are to high principles and human good. A man whose whole life has been given to his country's service. That's why tonight, while I'm thinking of him, I got a feeling he's thinking of me and my future and my family's future. In times like these, so full of perils and problems, I'll be honest with you, I need him. Don't you? Come on, Prince. Come on, boy. Time we were getting.
The National Citizens for Eisenhower Nixon have presented this dramatization for all thinking voters, regardless of party affiliation.